Hello, Forza fans, and welcome to another episode of Forza Horizon 5 Let's Go Live with Playground Games. Today is the first of two very special episodes where we're going to be exploring the vibrant biomes of Mexico, and to guide us through the jungle, swamps, and volcano of Forza Horizon 5 are Mike Brown and Connor Cross. Guys, it's wonderful to have you here. How are you doing today?
Hey, Charlie. Great to be here. Super excited for this show. We've got so much awesome stuff to show.
Yep, great to see you again, Charlie. We've got some great biomes to show off. Should we jump straight in? Should we go for it?
I think we should do it. I think there is going to be another individual in the room that we should secretly say hello to, because whilst he can't say hi back, he is arguably the most important man in the room. Who's that?
So yes, we have Andy Baranowski with us. He isn't mic'd up, so you won't hear his voice, but you'll see all of his awesome driving action. I promise on a future stream, we will allow you to hear Andy's wonderful voice.
Game. We take that, and then we're going to and so I guess really, without any further ado, should we just dive into what the people want to see? Which biome are we looking at first?
I'm actually going to start with a caveat that yes, we are looking at a developer build, so you may spot a few bugs, some broken things. Hopefully the game doesn't crash on us, but yeah.
Let's have fun with them.
So we're actually in the swamp right now. The swamp is on the bottom east of the map, the southern eastern side. It connects our jungle to the ocean, which is connected to our tropical coast. And with that comes all these amazing, sapphire emeraldy blue waterways that you get, and all these epic mangrove rooty trees. It gives you an absolute ton of different gameplay of do you want to take the waterway, or do you want to take the roads. There's even some really cool wooden walkways that we actually found in reference. They're like touristy spots that obviously our team took and turned them into cool routes to drive a car on. Yeah,
it's an incredible space. In terms of gameplay, we've never had a place like this before. There's so much water. It's so wet. It really makes for some really interesting vehicle choices, depending on which mode you're playing. And I think especially in Eliminator, you need to make sure you've picked the exact right car for this one, or you could get really caught out, because a car with a high ride height can just power through all of this water. All the water is drivable in all of the cars. There's no bits where you'll get completely blocked or reset.
So me trying to go through with a little three-wheeler ain't going to get me stuck or anything.
That is exactly right, Charlie. You want to have nice high ride height, and you'll be able to plow straight through all this and beat everybody in Eliminator.
Perfect. That's the dream. So I have to ask then, why did you choose the biome? Is there any specific reasons why you wanted to either include swamp or maybe even show it off first today?
It was, as Mike said, it's something we've never shown before, and we really wanted to celebrate something that is a first, and we think it looks fairly good. It's got all those really rich blue sort of streams and rivers that go through it, and all the smashable, as Andy just drove into some of them, mangrove routes as well. But as I said, it does connect our tropical coast into the jungle. So if you are coming off of that, you'll have to career your way through all of these winding little rivers or roads to get onto that as well.
Yeah, we saw a little bit there as Andy drove through it, and we will see it again in just a second. I think the water in here is just so beautiful. The colour of it is just feels so tropical and gorgeous.
We noticed when we looked at lots of reference, there are obviously tons of different colours of water, as you get different sediment, and this being a Horizon game, we really wanted to celebrate the beauty, so and make it feel like a swamp you really want to go to.
Which is
I've always wanted to go to a swamp, and I was wondering if there's an ogre in this one, but if not, I suppose it'd be fine. Is there anything else around in the swamp that players can expect?
Yes, we've got little settlements. There's little rural farmlands sort of connecting it up, to break up some of that water. So there's lots of interest. I think there's even some wild dogs floating around, or not floating, running around. But I think we're actually going to start driving into the jungle now as well.
Oh, perfect. So we're going to connect straight into the next biome, are we?
Yes. Yeah. So, I think Andy's found a dog he wants to harass.
Is it floating?
leave him alone, Andy. Don't be into the dog.
So one of the cool things about the jungle is that all over the map, we've actually got different types of atmosphere and the way the fog behaves, I guess, because the jungle's really humid. It's there's lots of foliage. You get all those really cool light, like God rays coming through, shafts of light come through. So as you go down to this biome, it's almost completely different to another area of the world, even though it could be the same time of day, because the atmosphere is so much more dense and humid. And it makes for these really cool gameplay moments of, punching through to this really mysterious bit of the game, and then straight out into a farmlandy bit. So it's a moment of calm as you drive through, and then back into the cool jungle bit as well.
Yeah, and in some areas of the jungle, just the absolute density of all of that foliage, it really starts to feel almost claustrophobic and enclosed.
It's a
just
bit
because there's so
muggy,
many
doesn't
trees
it?
and bushes around. Yeah, I think when Don mentioned earlier that you should bring your bug spray, I think this is what he was thinking of.
I have to ask, because was there any particular forestry or jungle in Mexico that inspired the basis of the one in Forza Horizon 5?
Yeah, this is a really good question, actually. So with every place, we look at an absolute ton of reference. We really try to be as honest and recreate it as well as we can. And there's only so many things you can fit, or the time you've got to fit it in the game. So we try to really capture the nuances of what really does make this thing feel like it does in real life. And we did that with the jungle, and we were kind of it looks okay. What's missing? And one of the team said, "Hey, have you watched Predator? The classic Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, because that was actually filmed in a jungle in Mexico." So we watched it and realised, hey, there's this bush that's everywhere. So one of the plants that you can see in the game, we've aptly named the Predator bush. Then we put it in, and we went, oh yeah, it looks kind of cool now.
I love that. Wonderful. I will interject here and say we're driving through a temple now.
Yes, Andy has discovered something. While we were still talking about Predator Bush, Andy has snuck ahead and headed into Ekbalam, which is this incredible temple site, which is based on the real-life location of Ekbalam, which looks kind of like this. It is just this ancient temple site just jutting out of the Mexican jungle. It's just so full of mystery and intrigue and history and culture. Yes, it's an incredible place to go explore.
It really is just so cool being able to come out of the thick jungle and just see all these amazing temples. We've got a few scattered around. We won't touch them just yet. We'll surprise you with some more later on.
It does allow you to get really up close to those ancient architecture though, and really soak it up and really feel like you're really a nice bit of virtual tourism. And
the team did a really good job at sort of recreating all those materials and stone work that went into all those temples that are, they're really old. So they've done a really good job at making something
really old.
In a game look old. Yeah.
They are old. Yeah. I love what you can see here as well. Just the ground surface, just the level of detail in just kind of the muddy surface there with all the bits of twigs and leaves and stuff. Just looks real.
It really does. I mean, chat, you speak for yourself a little bit, but we will be taking more questions in the Q&A later. But I, for one, will speak on behalf of all of you and say, wow, this does look absolutely incredible. Even looking here, like the fog in the distance, it just looks so like tangible and visceral, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, hats off to our incredible lighting team for really nailing that humid look. And as we were talking earlier, the God rays as you go through, it's just so glorious going through little tree tunnels and then just hit with shafts of light. It's really immersive.
Should we go and look at something else?
Let's duck away.
Let's move on. Let's
through the magic